Name, rank, and bear's number, please.
I'm Officer Tim Edwards with the Austin Police Department. I need to see your...
Do you have a warrant?
No, I have you for speeding.
That's not a crime.
Officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide identification or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to any of this."
Sit down. This is not your courtroom. Sit in that chair.
Arrived at part 3 and the final installment of the Sovereign Citizens Movement series. In part 1, we covered the beginning of the movement and its founders. In part 2, we covered prominent sovereign groups and their organizations in depth. In part 3, we'll discuss tactics used by sovereigns and watch how they pan out in traffic stops and court appearances. There are many individuals that subscribe to sovereign ideology. Some belong to sovereign groups and some do not. But they all share the common belief that federal and state government structures, including courts and law enforcement, are illegitimate and that they, the sovereign citizen, retain an individual common law identity, exempting them from the authority of those fraudulent government institutions. Sovereign citizens drive vehicles, calling them conveyances. They sometimes issue their own driver's licenses and vehicle tags. Their licenses and tags may be listed under a sovereign group, such as the Washita Nation or Republic of North Carolina. They position themselves as a pain to law enforcement due to noncompliance, especially during traffic stops. They often challenge officers with a valiant effort to debunk the law in reference to how it applies to them as sovereigns. The traffic stops range from moderate to sometimes severe, resulting in arrest and, on some occasions, violent confrontations. In the first traffic stop, sheriffs in Coweta County, Georgia, stopped a woman for speeding. She claimed severity, and let's just say she was less than cooperative.
This white car right here, we're gonna pull over for speeding 87. '87 from 890 feet. Hey, how are y'all? My name is Deputy Charles with the Sheriff's Office. We're gonna stop you. You're going 87. You know the speed limit is 70?
I was just trying to go with the flow.
Okay, well, you're going faster now. Yeah. Give me just a second. I'll run back, okay? Thank you. Pulled over for speeding. Neither one of them got a seatbelt on. Their car smells like weed, so I've got another unit coming to me so we can search the vehicle. I smell perfume or something now. I think they've sprayed something. All right, ma'am. Like I said, I pulled you over for speeding. I did write you a ticket, okay? Hop out, come around back, I'm gonna explain the citation to you, okay?
Okay, I don't want to get out.
I don't care, you're getting out. Your car smells like weed and I'm gonna search your car.
My car does not.
It does.
No, it doesn't. I don't even smoke weed.
It smells like weed?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't smoke weed.
Okay, well you have to get out of your car, okay?
For a citation?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's your supervisor?
My supervisor?
For one, I'm a
Down the road?
I'm a sovereign citizen for one.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car, okay?
Do not touch me.
Get out of the car.
I'm a sovereign citizen. Do not touch me.
You're a sovereign citizen.
You better not touch my child.
17-year-old's an adult in the state of Georgia.
Child.
Ma'am.
This is the United States government
Ma'am.
doing this because I was injected with the COVID vaccine before the pandemic started. They're targeting me. Somebody is paying. You want to know why?
Somebody's paying me?
The government.
Yeah, the state.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, that's where my paycheck comes from. Are you going to get out of the car?
Listen.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Can you move?
Get out of the car.
If you touch me, you don't have
Get out of the car.
If you touch me,
Get out of the car. You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
I'm getting out.
Get
Don't
out.
touch me.
You're under arrest. Get out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest, okay?
3181.
This is a confident, okay?
All right, go back here.
You are doing this on purpose.
Go back here. Come on.
Oh my God.
Come over here.
That's my daughter.
Come over here.
Don't do it. Oh my God. This
All right, you have anything on you not supposed to have?
me.
You have anything on you not
Don't
supposed to
touch me.
have? All right.
They're doing this to try to ruin my reputation. The United States government
Nobody knows
injected
who you
me
are.
with the COVID-19 vaccine before the
Let me
pandemic
double
started,
up these
and
real
you
quick,
targeted me because of it. I have the same cells as Henrietta Lacks. They are targeting
Oh, so
me.
you went for the...
They're targeting
back on
me.
this
They want
side.
to ruin my reputation. Get your hand off me.
Appreciate it. Thank you. There's the weed right there. Upon initial approach of the vehicle, I smelled the odor of marijuana. We got her out. She's in custody for obstruction, not getting out of the car when I told her to. Searching the car, I did find a little bit of marijuana. My other partner's on the way back.
The nanotechnology inside you too.
The nanotechnology?
Are you a robot?
What are you talking about?
You want to know what I'm talking about? Ask your government what I'm talking about. Ask them what they're spraying on your food. Ask them what they're spraying in the air. Ask them what they're spraying on our children. Ask them what's coming and tell them that I said them because they'll never control me like they're controlling you, you robot. Tell them that. Yo, and y'all got me without my wig on. Yo.
You smiling about that, quit.
Because I don't like you. I'm not trying to make you happy.
If she would have just got out of the car like we told her to and researched the cars, she just had a very small amount of marijuana. It's a shame she has to go to jail when she could have just got the citations and been on her way. The driver's under arrest for possession of marijuana, obstruction, and the traffic violations.
The woman arrested claimed she was targeted by the government and was injected with the C-19 vaccine against her will. She claimed to have had the same cells as Henrietta Lacks. Now, since she made this claim, I feel compelled to tell you who Henrietta Lacks is. Henrietta Lacks, born Loretta Pleasant, was an African-American woman whose cancer cells are the source of the HeLa cell line, the first immortalized human cell line and one of the most important cell lines in medical research. An immortalized cell line reproduces indefinitely under specific conditions. The HeLa cell line continues to be a source of invaluable medical data to present day. I'm unsure whether the arrestee has the same cells as Henrietta Lacks, but what we do know, the traveler, possessed was a small amount of marijuana. Had she cooperated with law enforcement, she would have received a citation and would have been free to go about her day. In the next clip, a woman was pulled over by an officer for speeding. Asked for driver's license. The driver stated she wasn't driving but traveling. But this no-nonsense officer wasn't joking around. I think it's clear to see the officer has had his fill with sovereign citizens.
On February 22, 2024, an officer conducted a traffic stop for excessive speed and an obstructed license plate.
What's this? Morning, Deputy Regan, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. 2 reasons I'm stopping you. 1, Pine Island, speed limit's 25. You were going 36. Okay. That's still 10 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. It's 25. No, it's not 25?
Sir, I was going at 35.
So that's 10 over. You just told me that you're going 10 over the posted speed limit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said you're going 35, right?
Yeah, but I said
That's a 25.
35.
No, ma'am. The whole thing's 25.
Okay.
The other issue is your license plate cover is illegal. You can't have a tinted license plate cover over your license plate. Before I ask for any documentation, are there any weapons in the vehicle? Guns, knives, hand grenades, tomahawk missiles? Okay, I need your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance from you.
Okay. Can I just go to my job?
No. I need your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Okay.
I am not going to ask again.
I'm not driving.
You're not?
Traveling.
Stand by. Step out.
Are you serious?
Get out of the car.
Oh my god.
Start being test 9, code 1. Okay.
March of 36 feet. John.
I got one secure so far.
Sir, I'm literally on my way to work.
She advised she was traveling, not driving. 248.
Okay.
All right. Well, right now you're under arrest. Failure to identify. You were told to give me your license during a lawful detainment for a traffic violation, multiple traffic violations. You advised you were not going to give it to me, and that you're not driving, you're traveling, while you're sitting in the driver's seat of this vehicle, operating on the highways of Florida. All right? Do you have any questions for me?
I gotta make one phone call, sir.
No.
I have to make a phone
Absolutely not.
I have to call
Nope.
my lawyer.
Do you have a driver's license? Are you suspended?
No.
No to which one?
I have to make a phone call, sir.
Okay. Walk back to my car. Nope. Go to tow your car as well.
Okay.
Do you have any weapons on you? Guns, knives, hand grenades, tomahawk missiles?
No.
Anything that's going to poke me, stab me, stick me?
No.
Do you have any narcotics on you?
No.
You're going to go and get checked when we get down to the jail. If there's anything on you, it becomes a felony when we get to the jail.
I don't have anything on me.
Okay. Lean up against my car, put your forehead on that glass. Spread your feet. More. Is there anything in that vehicle I need to know about?
No, sir.
Okay. You gonna give me a first name or anything? Have a seat.
support.
4262 St. John's. I found my driver in prior contact. She is very much suspended. I added her to the call. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
I heard that.
So just 36 in the 25, not the end of the world. License plate cover, not the end of the world. Actually, I was going 35. Okay, so you admit you're going to, okay, I need driver's license, registration, for insurance. I need your driver's license, registration, for insurance. I'm not going to ask again. Give me your driver's license. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Walk around the car, get out.
Lovely. Was she coming here to work or something?
Well, I lit her up there, and then she slammed on the brakes, turned in here real hard. And then she's like, "Can I just go to work?" I'm like, "No."
Oh, man.
So, but we pulled her over recently. Luckily, in the same vehicle, so I just looked at the vehicle. Oh, she's in the medical field. That's super comforting. Jesus. They let delusional people provide medical care.
Somebody's got to do the labor.
But I already got a tow truck on the way, so I just expected her to resist getting out of the car, and then she didn't. So, appreciate you. Yeah, I think she's like a home health care nurse. That's terrible.
Oh, that's not.
It's not the same
That's
thing.
not really a medical
it's not the same thing, but
caregiver.
somebody's got to do it, man. They do important stuff.
Search traveler's information.
TDLSR, second or subsequent, and refusal to ID. It's been a minute since I had somebody pull the "I'm not driving, I'm traveling."
I've never had that.
Up here, we got a couple like frequent sovereigns. She's got her social security card on her. She believes in that. She's not a driver's license.
Because it's suspended.
Oh, it is super suspended, dude. She's got like 9 or 10 suspensions on it, all for non-payment. So she keeps getting tickets, not paying them because she doesn't believe that the laws apply to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think there should be, like, you know how there's HTO, there should be one that's STO, sovereign, traffic offender. So every time they get stopped, it's felony. Eventually they'll learn, hey, driver's licenses are required. Driving is a privilege, not a right. All right, no drugs. Yay. She got like 4 different purses in this purse. Yeah, there's nothing in here, so I don't care about that.
Alright, I'll wait on your tow truck.
How you clocked me at 36?
On radar. Stalker dual, front antenna.
Okay. But I don't understand that. I was already coming.
I didn't ask you to understand it. I told you. Okay. That's fine. Your citation will say what the speed was, along with driving with no license and your charges for resisting. The speed limit that you don't believe in because you don't think you need a license?
This had to be one of the fastest sovereign citizens arrests on record to date. The driver-traveler was a lot calmer than other arrests I've seen. She was arrested and charged with resisting without violence and driving with a suspended license. In court, she pleaded no contest and was given 180 days of probation and 10 hours of community service. Disclaimer. The police referred to this young lady's working in the medical field and discussed her position in an unflattering way. And I have to just make a disclaimer. I didn't like that. Home health caregivers are very important and provide care often to elderly, disabled, or recovering individuals. They aid with activities such as bathing, dressing, mobility, plus light housekeeping, preparing meals, and providing companionship, monitoring health. The service is invaluable when a person can no longer manage these things for themselves, and or if family needs are there to have a home health care provider. You may be adult children caring for an elderly parent, but you still have to work. So these individuals, they provide a service that's needed. It's a very respectable position. Now, on to the next stop. An officer pulled over a Savin traveler for speeding in a school zone. The officer was very professional and had incredible patience. However, he immediately called for another unit. I think he had a feeling this stop wasn't going to be routine.
Morning, how you doing? You know why I stopped you this morning? What's that? Yes, ma'am. You actually were doing over 50 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone in a school zone. Yes, ma'am. You were speeding. You were speeding. Yes, ma'am. Can I see your driver's license, please? Ma'am, can I see your driver's license, please? 3120. Can you go and start me another unit? Ma'am, can you go ahead and give me your driver's license, please? Ma'am, I need to see your driver's license, please.
Radio 8894 showing you to be the closest unit with a 4-minute ETA.
Ma'am, I need to see your driver's license, please. I told you, ma'am, you were speeding. Ma'am, you were speeding in the school zone.
Where is the victim? 894.
3120, I have a non-compliant driver.
No, I'm trying to help.
No, ma'am, you're not. I need to see your driver's license, ma'am.
I do not consent.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you consent to this.
I don't understand.
Okay, I told you were speeding in the school zone. I'm telling you what's going on right now. You were speeding in the school zone. Okay.
I
You,
want the victim. I'm happy to
Ma'am?
help. I want to help.
ma'am, I'm going to need to see your driver's license. You failed to obey. Yes, I have, ma'am. I have. Yes.
Okay, so are you giving me a statutory?
You were speeding, ma'am. Ma'am, you were speeding. Ma'am, if you do not give me your driver's license, ma'am, if you do not give me your driver's license, it is going to lead to you being arrested and going to the Forsyth County Jail. Okay? I would like for you to give me your driver's license. You were speeding in a school zone doing over 50 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Okay, ma'am?
I want to help.
You're not, ma'am. This is not the time and place. Yes, you are being detained right now.
Where's the warrant?
You just committed a crime back there. You were speeding in the school zone.
Where's the victim?
Ma'am, you were speeding in the school zone.
Where's the crime?
I told you you just were speeding in the school zone. The state of Georgia says you were speeding in a school zone, okay? Okay. Ma'am, you're going to go to jail if you do not comply right now. Ma'am. Ma'am, you're not helping. You're making this harder on yourself. You were speeding in a school zone doing over 50 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Okay? All right, I would just like to give you a citation and you can go around your way. But I cannot give you that until you provide me your driver's license. You're required by law to give me your driver's license right now. The state of Georgia says you have to provide me your driver's license in the case for this is a legal stop, ma'am, okay? I need you to provide me your driver's license.
I did nothing unlawful.
Yes, ma'am, you were speeding in a school zone.
I did nothing unlawful.
Ma'am, you were speeding in a school zone. Ma'am, you're not making this easy on yourself right now. I need you to stop. I need you to give me your driver's license. Ma'am, I need you to give me your driver's license right now. Okay.
I don't understand.
All right, where you're speeding in the school zone doing over 50 miles an hour, this is not going to go well for you, okay? I need you to provide me your driver's license. All right. Ma'am, I need you to give me your driver's license. I'm going to ask you one last time. Otherwise, I'm going to remove you from this vehicle and you're going to go to jail. Ma'am, it doesn't matter what you consent to at this point. I told you you're being pulled over for speeding in a school zone. She's pulling the constitutional lawyer stuff.
Okay.
So she's being non-compliant.
Okay.
So we're about to yank her out and take her to jail.
Go ahead.
Hey, so yeah, she's basically pulling she's basically doing I'm a traveler. What constitutional law have I broken? I'm not a victim.
Okay.
But she was doing over 50 in the freaking in the school zone over here.
Okay. I'm about to be out there with you.
Okay.
Ready to 3120 and all 35.
Still no luck with her.
She registered on the vehicle?
No, she's not. It comes back to a male.
Okay.
So
you stopped her for speeding?
Yeah, stopped her for speeding. It was back in my before the school zone, and then I was like, whoa, she seems a little bit go faster than 35. So I caught up to her. She was doing over 50. We were doing about like 52, 53 before I pulled her over. The school zone.
Pacing her?
Yeah, pacing her. So I stopped her for that, and then I was just like, you're just speeding. And then she started doing what you're meant to help hold the Constitution. Been asking for a driver's license because you're speeding, and she still has yet to provide that information. We even told her, it's like, you don't provide that, you're going to go to jail.
You got her driver's license.
Twin told she's under arrest. Tell her to step out of the car. She's driving a suspended driver.
Ma'am, so your license is suspended, okay? So right now you're under arrest, okay? You're under arrest, so you need to step out of the vehicle for me, please. Step out of the car. This is step out of the car.
Taking me out of the car. They're going out. I do not consent to this.
Come on out. Come on.
Oh my God! What are you doing? My God!
Go to the tram. Go to the tram. Go to the tram. What part of you is injured?
Right, my wrists were injured. My knees were scraped against the ground in my throat. I was put in a chokehold. What do you mean?
Do you mind if I look at your throat?
No, I had over her head, but never around her throat. Hold her up the body down.
I just levered the arm and then.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do under the
yeah, I had her right hand with my left.
You want me to look at your head? Do you have anything on you? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you step out. I'm going to have you step out.
DFC?
I'm going to have you step out. We'll adjust those cuffs, okay?
You've got over there.
Yeah.
You've got.
Face the car, face the car. Nothing in your pockets or anything like that?
I'm not wearing a bra, so
Okay.
please don't touch me.
Well, you've got to check your back, ma'am, okay? Gotta make sure you got nothing on you.
I'm just saying, look fun. Please don't molest me.
I'm not going to do that, ma'am, okay? All right, go and have a seat.
Let's check these.
You already loosened them.
Right, so those are as loose as they can go. I can fit 2 fingers in there. Okay. So I'll tell you something. If you keep your hands just the way they are, so the cuffs won't twist around, it'll stay comfortable that way. It'll stay more comfortable that way.
During the arrest, the officers were polite and as gentle as they could be while removing her from the car. She claimed not to understand why she was being arrested, but both the arresting officer and supervisor made it perfectly clear. In this next stop, an officer stopped a man for fictitious license plates, a severance tag, which is not valid. But this traveler was ready with his severance playbook in hand.
I'll be Wilson at 160 with a silver Saturn.
It's going to have a sovereign citizen plate on it. So we're stopping this individual for fictitious license plates. They have a sovereign citizen plate on their vehicle, which is not valid. Hello.
How can I help you today?
I'm Deputy Huggins with the Sheriff's Office. The reason I stopped you is you have fictitious plates on your vehicle.
What do you mean by fictitious?
You don't have a valid license plate on your vehicle out of any state, sir.
Correct.
That is correct. You're required to have one. Do you have your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
Sir, I don't have any of that.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me.
I'd rather stay here.
Sir?
Not a sovereign.
Please step out of the vehicle. This is the last time I'm going to ask you.
Is that a threat? Under threat?
If you do not exit the vehicle, I will remove you from the vehicle.
Okay. So under threat. Under
23,
duress.
individual is refusing to exit.
I just want to clarify it's under duress. And we are being recorded.
So what is this?
What is what?
This.
Well, it's a lot of information here.
Okay.
I have the Nevada revised statutes.
Okay.
All right.
So what's your first name, sir?
Until I'm under arrest, you have a...
That is not true. Are you refusing to identify?
No.
Okay, so what's your first name, sir?
Good citizen, how's that?
Nope, doesn't work. Legal first name, please.
You can call me Brian.
Brian?
I'm not giving any other information.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and turn around, place your hands behind your back
Look,
for me.
I will, if under threat of arrest, I will.
I'm not threatening you with an arrest. I'm admonishing you if you refuse to identify yourself to me,
Well,
you will
no,
be placed under
you asked for
arrest.
First name, and I have the
You
right.
also said you were going to give no further information, Brian.
I prefer not to, but under
Okay.
threat of arrest, I need your name.
My name's Deputy Huggins of the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Let me get my pen. You mind?
This isn't an exchange of information, sir. This is a traffic stop. Could I have on-duty towing route? So here's what's going to happen, Mr. Bryan. I'm towing your vehicle today for not having registration or insurance. You're also going to be receiving citations for those offenses. Do you understand that?
No, I do not.
Okay, what's unclear?
The Nevada revised statute
Okay, and which one would that be?
104.1103. Construction of the Uniform Commercial Code to promote underlying purposes, policies.
Okay, here's the
Let me
thing.
finish.
I'm not interested in anything you have to say
This
about
is the
that.
law.
Okay.
This is by which the law, you write your tickets. You have
Okay.
a ticket, you want to wrote a code, it's from the NRS. Am I
Okay,
correct?
I'm very, very
it
sorry
says
you
here-
feel that way.
Anything that happens for me to take away my rights.
Okay, none of your
Has
rights
a
are being violated. It's
I'm going to
fantastic.
be left standing here. I can't do my. I
Yep,
can't
that's
have
because
no
you're
recite-
operating an unregistered, uninsured vehicle on a public highway.
No.
That is why.
I am traveling.
Just go ahead and hang
according
out
to the
here.
Supreme
I'm gonna
Court
write you
law
your tickets.
Ruling that no laws or regulations can be
Okay.
made for traveling in an automobile.
Very good. Just hang out here at the edge of your vehicle for me, please.
And the fine started $100,000.
Very cool. You can send it to the county. We typically refer to these as sovereign citizens. I elect not to really engage with them. I'm not interested in what his justification as to why he doesn't have to do what everyone else has to do is. Typically, the argument, and I believe the one that he was trying to make if I would have let him, is that he's not driving a motor vehicle. He is operating a vessel is typically what the wording is that they go with. And usually it's something to do with this commercial vehicle code, and driver's licenses only apply to commercial vehicles, such and so forth, which is false. If you want to operate a motor vehicle on a public highway, you have to have a driver's license, and that vehicle has to be registered and insured through the state, which this is not. So we're going to be seizing his fictitious plate. We are going to be towing his vehicle, and he's going to be receiving approximately 3 citations today. Okay, Brian, I got a few things for you here, okay? This citation right here, this first one, this is now a civil infraction. This is a civil citation, okay? This is for your vehicle's plates being expired as of April in 2021. That is your copy.
That's only one there?
This is one.
Oh, it's all
So
one
you're
in that
receiving,
whole thing.
yeah, you get a scroll with them. I'm sorry, it's just the way our printers work.
That's crazy.
So this is your civil citation.
Save it
With the
free.
way the traffic laws have changed, we have civil and criminal citations.
Right,
This
it's
is your
civil
criminal
ones.
citation. These two are going to be criminal.
For?
So this is for operating without proof of insurance, and this is for driving. Your license is currently suspended out of the state of Nevada.
Right.
Do you have any questions for me on those, sir?
No.
Okay, that one is your copy as well. This traffic stop is concluded. I'll be removing your vehicle, and you are free to go. Thank you for your cooperation today. Have a good day. His vehicle's being towed. He wasn't happy about it, but the law is the law. I don't live in make-believe land like he does. We don't get to just make up things and say they're the truth. So he received approximately $1,200 in tickets. He went on his way. His car goes with the tow truck, and we're gonna move on to whatever else is next.
While standing his ground, arguing his case for his 7 rights, this traveler had no idea he'd continue his traveling on foot. The 7 received several citations, and his car was towed away. In the next stop, an officer stopped a gentleman for speeding and not having a valid license plate. Let's just say during the interaction, the traveler was a bit problematic.
Name, rank, and badge number, please.
I'm Officer Tim Edwards with the Austin Police Department. I need to see your...
Do you have a warrant?
No, I have you for speeding.
That's not a crime. You don't have a
registration.
You don't have a warrant to search my private person.
You don't have a valid license here, sir.
So you trying to force a contract on me, which I'm not obligated to perform under that contract. You trying to force a contract on me. Do you have a victim? Have I committed a crime?
Citizen of this city, sir.
I'm not a citizen. I am a national, a sovereign. Not a sovereign citizen, none of that. I am a sovereign Hebrew Israelite American national. I am not a citizen. I'm of the Tennessee Republic, not the state of Tennessee, which is a corporation, and you are a private contractor for the state of Tennessee.
He said we were speeding, but
I have no obligation to perform under the contracts that you're trying to force on me right now. You're violating my constitutional rights, which you took an oath to uphold.
yeah, we right here. We pulled over.
You violating your oath. Like, do you stand in honor today?
Yeah.
Do you stand in honor of your oath today? I'm asking you a question. You have a duty to answer that question.
Okay.
You took that oath, didn't you? Did you not, sir? You violating your oath right now. You in violation of Title 18, 242. Title 18 USC 241 and 242. Why don't you go look that up? Because you're in violation right now. You violating your oath. I ain't committed no crime. I'm taking my kids to drop them off so I can take my wife out to eat. You are prohibiting me from traveling. You are detaining me unlawfully. I have not committed a crime. There is no victim. Where is the victim at? Who filed a complaint against me? No one. You have no probable cause whatsoever.
You got any paperwork on this car, sir?
Do you have a warrant? Am I obligated to show you anything right now? No, I am not. You are violating my rights.
Are you in the state of Tennessee?
No, I'm not in the state of Tennessee. The state of Tennessee is a municipal. I'm in the Tennessee Republic. The Tennessee Republic, not the state of Tennessee, is a municipal corporation. And I am not obligated to perform. I have no contracts with y'all whatsoever. You can't. You trying to force a contract on me?
Driving on a city street.
I am not driving. I am traveling. This street is for the people, and I am one of the people of the Tennessee Republic. And you have my private property right now, and I would like that back, please.
Yeah, sir. We're going to hold on to you.
No, you're not holding on to that. Now you stealing my property? Are you stealing my property?
Can I get some information about
That's
this?
all the information you getting. This is my private conveyance. This is not a vehicle.
How old are you, sir?
Sir, I don't answer questions without my lawyer present. I have not committed a crime. I ask the questions. I don't answer them. I'm not trying to be rude, mean, or none of that, but you're not about to violate my rights. With all due respect, you took an oath to uphold my rights, and you violating them right now. No crime has been committed whatsoever. You can't even produce a victim. Where's the victim at? Who did I hurt? The state of Tennessee? Bring the state of Tennessee out here. Where's the state of Tennessee at since I violate their statutory code ordinance? Code and ordinances.
157, 136, what's your claim? We're just west.
This officer right here violating my rights. He has no jurisdiction. He's operating out of his jurisdiction right now. And I will be seeking civil suit on this officer in the state of Tennessee for violating my rights. You will be getting sued, sir. I just want you to know that. You in the state of Tennessee, in Knoxville Police Department. A group of thugs, a group of ruds. Read my notice right there, sir. Read my notice.
The man who claimed to be a sovereign citizen when he bit off part of a Knoxville police officer's thumb was convicted today. Police pulled Alexander Ray Johnson over for speeding and for failing to have a license plate in June of 2017. His car had a plate claiming a right to travel as a sovereign Hebrew citizen. He argued with officers about whether speeding was a crime. When they asked Johnson to get out of his car, he attacked those officers and then bit the tip of one officer's thumb off. Sentencing is set for March 28th.
After the initial video of the traffic stop, the officer and backup attempted to remove the traveler from his vehicle for arrest. In a violent turn of events, the traveler fought officers, biting the tip of one of the officer's thumbs off. Sovereign Hebrew, Israelite, and convicted Bloods gang member Alexander Ray Johnson was charged and went to trial for aggravated assault, a Class C felony that carries 3 to 6 years in prison. We see how sovereign traffic stops can be simply annoying to officers. Several citations and unnecessary arrests continue to rack up for the sovereigns. In our previous stop, we saw a stop become violent. But in our final stop, we'll see how they can become deadly.
In the hour leading up to gunfire ringing out at this Shell gas station, Patrick Hurst, identified by his sister as the suspect in the standoff, was streaming on Facebook Live and talking on the phone with his sister. At one point, you can see a gun in his hand. He then gets out of the car, and it's the last time Angela Washington would ever see her brother.
What we saw yesterday, I feel like it was a mental breakdown.
By the time Washington got to the gas station, her worst fears came true. The shooting between her brother and law enforcement was over. A school bus was hit, and a young woman getting groceries was injured. Investigators say they don't yet know who shot the young lady.
What he was going through, I can't tell you what he was thinking. I just don't want it to seem like he was out to kill the cops or a cop killer. He was not violent at all. So yesterday is a complete shock to anybody that know him.
Tonight, a dramatic shootout on a busy road ended with a man dead and a bystander injured. This happened after the man refused to come out of his car following a brief chase, which ended near FM 1960 and Ella Boulevard this afternoon. ABC 13's Shannon Ryan is at the scene with new details from investigators tonight. Shannon.
Yeah, Tom, this is such a busy roadway. You can only imagine what it looked like hours earlier when the shootout happened here. The man who was shot, his car actually spun out. Police used a pit maneuver, and it wound up on that median. We're told a school bus. Thankfully, there were no children on board. That was also hit, as well as a deputy's unit in the chaos. A chase with Harris County Sheriff's deputies ending in a dramatic shootout on busy FM 1960, surrounded by gas stations and strip malls, crowded with Sunday shoppers.
So it was very scary.
Still, Judy Coward can't help but think this could have been worse.
For all of our parents to see us.
Bullets cut through the school bus she drives. Thankfully, no children were on board.
It's all on the left side from the front of our front light into the fender wheel.
At least one of those bullets passed through the bus and hit a young woman getting groceries.
We're praying for her.
Moments later, deputies shot the man they had been engaging with.
And keep shooting at the cops, and then I just seen them right, one to the head, shot him right in the head, and then I was just like, okay, now it's time to go.
Martinez and Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez say the man who HCSO is not yet identified opened fire first after a brief chase. Gonzalez says the man refused to comply during a nearby traffic stop, saying he was a sovereign citizen, and it held deputies up for about an hour before speeding off over spike strips they deployed.
Again, this could have been gone a lot differently had he just complied. Again, many times, sovereign individuals, it does show that these situations do have a chance to turn violent, and they, under their belief, they're not under the authority of federal government or law enforcement. But we have a responsibility, and our deputies do not have to allow anyone to violate the law.
Now, Gonzalez says the man was initially stopped by a sergeant working traffic enforcement, that he had expired registration and a broken taillight. We're told he also has a felony warrant for evading police out of Brazoria County. Again, at this time, the sheriff's office has not identified him. Live in North Harris County, Shannon Ryan, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Severn citizen Patrick Hurst led sheriff deputies on a high-speed chase after an attempt to pull him over for a broken taillight and expired tags. Hurst also had a felony warrant for previous evading police. He live-streamed the entire event while on the phone with his sister. Hurst stated he would not comply with police. His sister pleaded with him, "Don't do it." Her sister stated he battled with mental health issues. May he rest in peace. Now that we've watched some traffic stops featuring Sevens, let's head inside the courtroom. In this first court case, defendant Mr. Daly faces Judge Fletcher against having false license plates, resisting arrest, and having no insurance. The judge lays down the law and gives some good advice all in one.
Okay, Mr. Daly, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. Officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide identification or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to any of this." Officers attempted to remove the defendant from the vehicle, and the defendant actively resisted until he was detained.
That's very conclusory. Actively, what did you say?
Actively resisted.
Okay, I need more than that. Give me more, Alice.
So I reviewed the body cam this morning from the officer who initiated the traffic stop. The defendant.
No. You can't do that. No. It has to be in the report. In the DIMS, he has to say more than just a conclusory statement about what happened.
In the DIMS, it states that the officer attempted to pull the defendant out of the vehicle with him actively resisting and pulling away from the officer and other deputies. And the defendant continued by turtling his arms as they got him to the ground.
All right. Better. But you telling me that he actively, it's a conclusory statement and we need more, right? It's like saying, okay, he was speeding. Really? How fast?
Yes, Judge.
So that's why conclusory statements don't fly, but that's enough. Okay, Mr. Daly.
Sir.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license? Can you run his license, please, guys?
He's eligible to drive.
Okay. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
That's right.
And you can't drive. Once you get insurance, I will happily allow you to drive. It's all I'm doing is trying to protect the public and trying to protect you in the event that you get into an accident. They don't care whether you're traveling, whether you're whatever, however you want to term it. If you get into an accident and you do some catastrophic damage, they're going to come after you. They're going to sue you, try to take you for everything you got. And that's why for $50 a month, you pay for someone to represent you in the event that you do get an accident. And depending on how much you pay, you're covered $50,000, $150,000. So all I'm asking you to do is follow the law. I'm not going to put any other conditions on you. No drugs, no alcohol. I don't know. All I want you to do is get insurance. So if you can do that, I'll allow you to drive. So the only condition now is just don't drive until you get insurance. Once you get insurance, show it to me. I'll take your no driving restriction off and then do whatever you want. You need a lawyer to represent you there. So what are you doing these days?
Right now.
Do you work? No? Okay, why not? What were you doing?
Truck driving.
It's a great job. Don't you make a ton of money truck driving? Why would you quit? You make it
money from my check.
Oh, I see. Child support?
No.
What?
They said they overpaid me, and they never, they was taking $170 out of my check for no reason. They never gave me anything to sign.
Isn't there a place that you can go to dispute that?
I have no clue. You tell me. You tell me.
HR. Go to HR. Go, hey man, this is why my check should be what it is. If they rightfully underpaid you, then they should, give you what you rightfully are owed. If they did overpay you, that's equally not fair though, right? So what's good for the goose, good for the gander, So if you quit just in spite,
I was really I had 2 weeks notice in. I was gonna quit before because I was going to another job.
You need someone to represent you, right? We'll give you time for you to get a lawyer. We'll give you a month, but when you come back, you need a lawyer to represent you, okay? So, Mr. Daly, now I'm going to have you just sign this promise to us that you're not going to drive until you get liability insurance. So get it, bring it back to me, show me that you have insurance with your name on it, and then I'll take this off.
I get it today.
You come back to me today. If you to get it within the next hour and a half, show it to me, I'll take it off now. We get plenty of people that I put this restriction off, and then within the next hour and a half, they call some insurance company, they're able to get the policy, we are able to verify it, and then I take the restriction off. I'm just asking you to follow the law, that's it. Not anything crazy.
Judge, is that state's bond conditions?
No, I'm just gonna have him sign this affidavit here, that's it. Okay, I'll have you sign this, promise to us, we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then we'll let you out, and then you're good to go. Just whenever you're ready to come back, come back. All right, good luck, Mr. Daly. He wants to keep the pen. Let him have the pen.
Now, I don't believe in any way that Mr. Daly didn't know to go to HR about disputing deductions from his check, payroll, HR. He's a grown man, so I'm not buying that one. I'm leading to believe that there may be a whole other reason why he's not working at that job, but we may never know the real answer. However, we do find Mr. Daly back in Judge Fletcher's chambers for failure to appear, with his lawyer wanting to address a probable cause and his bond reinstatement. The judge listens, then drops more gems.
All right, good morning, Mr. Daly. What would you like?
So, Judge, two things. I've talked to Madam Prosecutor on this case, Judge, and I'm approaching on two things. One, bond reinstatement, and PC on this case, Judge. She and I have already discussed it on this case, and we just both want you to hear the PC, if we can, Judge.
Okay.
And then on the bond reinstatement as well, Judge.
Right. So officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide...
Traveler? Okay.
During the stop, the defendant refused to provide ID or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to this." Officer attempted to remove the defendant from the vehicle, and defendant actively resisted by pulling his arm away from deputies until he was detained.
Okay. Tell me what.
So we looked at, Madam Prosecutor, the interference with duties of public servant, Your Honor. Even if my client is failing to give them that, then it is an arrestable offense. But in this situation, it is, Judge. However, in this particular situation, he didn't interfere with anything in terms of his own arrest. I can, if it was a resisting or something to that effect, I can.
They're just trying to get him out of the car.
I don't disagree.
It's classic sovereign case where got the license plate, think that traveling by right is what I think how they term it.
In this situation, Judge, and the reason I'm employing upon the court is, even from what Madam Prosecutor has seen on the video, they're pulling and tugging at his arm, which put my client in some fear. It was more than one officer. It was pretty.
But he still has a duty If they're asking you to come out, they can lawfully do that. And there are videos, and go on YouTube, right? There are hundreds of videos where officers will literally destroy your car to get you out. When you get into a pissing match with a person who has the power of arrest, who's going to win, Mr. Daly?
We don't disagree, Your Honor.
Right. You know what I mean? That's real life.
We don't disagree, Your Honor. I think under the circumstances of what actually happened, it was not Mr. Daly's position to resist or to interfere. That was not. He was concerned for his safety at that point. And actually, I don't know, did you hear that on the video? Right. And so in reviewing the video, it was pretty quick, pretty brash. They didn't give him an opportunity to respond per the prosecutor. In this situation, it wasn't as if he was intentionally.
Remember, this is just a mere probable cause.
Yes,
so,
I agree.
You know, they ask you to come out of the car one time. Yeah, you know, it's really, that's, so, I mean, I think that there's enough probable cause to go forward now. The problem is, Mr. Daly, is that we revoke your bond is set at 2501, and you've continually failed to appear. So, you know, the case and the way that you've treated us, it shows me that you just refuse to accept authority. How are we supposed to deal with that? How do we deal with that, Timberland?
Your Honor, the only reason I bring to your attention is I asked the court to take into consideration, we have a Black male works every day who, and I hate to put that on the court, but I do in this particular climate, that has never been in contact with any particular law enforcement court system. And from what I can see and what I hear out here from a lot of my Black male, and I'm sure it's common knowledge, is that because they are unfamiliar with the court system, they don't know, number one. Number two, when they do come in contact with police, and my mother is assistant chief of police, so I can understand, even when I was younger, I was taught that there are certain things that you have to do with when a police officer even stop you on a speeding ticket. What we don't know is whenever these officers come up, when you're somebody who don't have the privilege of having a police officer as a parent, or who isn't familiar and is being raised in this particular climate and seeing what they see on TV and seeing what they hear and everything that has occurred, you don't know what the proper steps are. I was trained from when I was grown up what you do. I'm not saying that what he did was right or wrong. I'm not saying that how he reacted to this particular court, it is wrong. However, I'm employing upon the court to ask the court to take into a little bit of consideration, number one, from his perspective, all defendants, can't just say this, but I do see that, from what I've known from this particular case and now in talking to him, I do believe that there is a sense of sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they just don't. So I'm asking to reinstate his PR bond. I am now on the case. What you know about me, I'm a tight attorney. I run a tight ship. So, and by which of way I believe I can reach him and getting him to court and resolving this matter, which is what I talked to the prosecutor about when you were on break. It's like, let's just resolve this. Let's take care of this.
I'll buy it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm not going to do this again, though. I promise you. I don't care whoever you have. If you flake on us again, that's 3 times. It's out. I'm not going to do it again. Do you understand, Mr. Daly? I mean, when you come to court, good things happen. When you don't show up and you continually do it, you can't expect good things to happen. Now, do you have a Texas driver's license?
Not right now.
You're not allowed to drive.
Right.
You have a bond condition, and you've signed an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care how you term it. Driving, traveling, however you're going to word it, whatever you do not get into the driver's seat of an automobile, a motorcycle, anything with a combustible engine where you can get on the road unless you have approval from us. Do you understand? I don't care that you have to work. I don't care if you have to go to church. I don't care if you're going to a funeral. I don't care if you're going to wherever it may be. Do not drive. Do you understand? Heed this warning. You're not going to get another one. Okay, Timberlake,
Thank
I'll
you, Your
reinstate the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And
I'll talk to her. We were going to try to talk to Chief, but it's pretty busy today.
I think the case is only 3 months old,
Yes,
so you've got time. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court now, but you must stay in touch with her, and she'll tell you when you got to come back to court. If she comes back and tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games or you've gone AWOL or whatnot, or you get arrested for something else, all bets off. We good? I'm not asking for much, man. Really. And for future reference, when you get into a pissing match with someone with the power of arrest, you are nearly always going to lose. It's just the way it works. And as a young black man in today's society, you got to be extra special careful because things can go really wrong really quick. And there's evidence of that over and over and over. Okay? All right. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. You want to show this to Chief?
Yeah, I just sent her.
Thank you.
Of course.
No.
Now, how many of you believe that Mr. Dillon never drove again after this court appearance? I think he still drove. I have no evidence of that. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. In the next court case, defendant Amber McHenry proved to be quite a handful for Judge LaRucci, as McHenry was originally charged with no operator's license and expired plates. A bench trial had been scheduled, but McHenry failed to appear.
Sit down. This is not your courtroom. Sit in that chair.
The indemnity bond, and I'm going to require the other bonds.
Take her down to the jail.
What crime have I committed? Get off me. This is kidnapping. This is a false arrest. You are violating your oath, Mr. Iarochi.
Court is now on the record in City of Conneaut versus Amber McHenry, 24 TRD 819. Ms. McHenry entered no plea to charges of no operator's license and expired plates, each of which is a minor misdemeanor, on December 17th, 2024. I scheduled it for a bench trial for January 8th of 2025. Ms. McHenry was given notice of that bench trial. I have a signed receipt in the file showing she got notice of that bench trial. Present on January 8th, 2025 was the law director along with a police officer. Ms. McHenry failed to appear. As a result of her failure to appear, I issued a warrant for her arrest. That was January 8th. It's now over a month later, February 11th, and Ms. McHenry is now turning herself in on the warrant. She is in the courtroom, and she is without an attorney. Ms. McHenry, why were you not here on January 8th of 2025?
I have a question about the case.
Ms. McHenry, sit down. This is not your courtroom. Sit in that chair.
I have a question about the case. That's not the case number that I had.
Yes, it is, Ms. McHenry. You've got other cases pending that are set for jury trial.
The original case number that I had was like TDR, like 0800 something. And
24 TRD 819.
819. Okay. I was just double checking on the case number. Can you repeat your question then? No.
Why were you not here on January 8th?
I put in an appearance and it was rejected and struck from the record, and I was sent a letter saying that I am not who I said I was. So I have a question about that because I don't understand.
This is not a discussion here. This is not a conversation. I ask a question, you respond to my question. Now, this is typical behavior for you because you're a sovereign citizen. At least you claim to be.
I've never claimed that.
Well, your documentation that you filed, including the one you filed today that did not have a correct caption or case number on it, is indicative of that. So let me ask you, Ms. McHenry, again, why were you not physically, personally present in the courtroom on January 8th, 2025 for your trial?
I need the oath and bonds to be put for each person acting as a public official, in this case, who is acting as a public servant, to be put on the record. And I also require the indemnity bond, and I'm going to require the other bonds.
At this point, the issue is no longer the traffic charges. The court has an outstanding warrant for failure to appear, and the judge is trying to determine why that warrant should not be enforced. Demands for bonds or sovereign-style filings have no legal effect in a municipal court. When a defendant refuses to answer direct questions and disrupts proceedings, the court's authority to execute the warrant becomes immediate.
Please, for the record, let it be known that you exited.
I did. I exited the courtroom and asked a police officer and probation officer to come
indemnity bond? Where is the bill of particulars?
The bond is
Because I did not receive
being,
it.
the warrant is being executed. You're being taken into custody. Take her down to the jail now.
I was not given the warrant.
Take her down to the jail now.
Why am I being arrested?
Take her down to the jail now.
What crime have I committed? Get off me. This is kidnapping. This is a false arrest. No, this is a false arrest.
Okay.
This is kidnapping. They're violating my rights, my constitutional rights. I put in.
I thought the Constitution didn't apply to you.
The Constitution applies to every living man and woman.
Yeah.
You are violating your oath, Mr. Iarochi. I'll take your side. What am I being arrested for? What am I being arrested for?
McHenry's argument fell on deaf ears, and she was taken into custody, arrested on the failure to appear warrant. Judge LaRoche, he wasn't hearing any of that. He was like, lock her up, get her out of here. Yeah, I wonder sometimes, do law enforcement and judges rethink their careers when they encounter sovereign citizens? Just a thought. Tell me what you think in the comments. Sovereign citizens also believe in the Strawman Theory, meaning when a person's name is written in all capital letters on government documents, it refers to a separate legal entity, the strawman, rather than the flesh and blood individual. The goal is, by creating this distinction, individuals claim they can separate their legal responsibilities from the straw man. That way, they can avoid taxes and other debts. Courts and government bodies do not recognize this as legal and reject the theory as a frivolous argument and a scam. In our next court case, defendant Janetta Pugh faces Judge West. Pugh pulls a move many sovereigns attempt, speaking over the judge, making frivolous motions while acting as their own attorney. And in my humble opinion, that is a very, very bad idea. But Judge West was calm, firm, respectful, but assertive.
Right from the start, the judge's tone sets the stage. Calm, but authoritative. This isn't a casual chat. It's a tense legal showdown brewing. And pay attention to that name, Janetta Pugh. The judge clearly recognizes her, which means this isn't her first time in that courtroom.
Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I'm the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I'm the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of that estate.
Okay. What's the announcement?
Judge, it's my understanding that Ms. Pugh and her family has retained
an attorney on this matter. I don't know if you remember this when I was originally.
Quick legal insight. When multiple attorneys withdraw from a case, it usually means there's some serious breakdown in communication, or the client's refusing to cooperate. Judges don't like that. It signals instability, and that's exactly what's starting to worry this courtroom.
Appointed on, and we were on the trial docket. She hired a new attorney at that point. Mr. Norwood, who was on the case for a while, and then withdrew. And once recently, when the case came back to me, I visited her and was told that they did entertain another attorney. I was given the name of Christopher Wiley this morning, but I have not heard from him. And my understanding is that at this point still hasn't filed anything with the court.
Okay.
But I've been told that that's who's supposed to be taking over the case.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Q. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find.
Wait, did you catch that? The supposed new lawyer doesn't even exist in the state bar registry. That's a massive red flag. Is someone trying to stall the case? Or has the defendant been misled entirely? Either way, the judge's patience is thinning.
That person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Q's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself? Or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you? Or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of...
This moment right here, classic sovereign citizen energy. The "is this a court of record" line is a dead giveaway. It's a legal myth used by people who believe courtroom procedures don't apply to them. Spoiler, judges hate that, and they'll shut it down fast, as we're about to see.
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel defective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
So here's the thing, Ms. Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen, Ms. Pugh, don't speak over me.
Respectfully, Your Honor, for my incarceration.
Ms. Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why. Is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do.
And there it is, the final word. The judge shows restraint, but makes it clear. Time's running out. 2 weeks to hire real counsel or face the consequences. This exchange isn't just about legalities. It's about control, credibility, and how defiance in court can backfire spectacularly.
You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
Ms. Dew's argument was not compelling and completely fell flat. In our next court case, defendant Rosalind Keenan, charged with resisting an obstruction and driving on a suspended license, faces Judge Middleton. As Keenan tries a popular Salvin tactic, dancing around identifying herself, Judge Middleton will not be swayed.
You don't interrupt the judge, whether you're a flat earther or not.
I'm not flat earth, sir.
All right, well, this crazy stuff you're saying, I've got very little patience for it.
Next, we go to Centerville, Michigan for a preliminary hearing. 66-year-old Rosalind Keenan has been charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and driving with a suspended license. The resisting and obstructing charge, a felony, is punishable by up to 2 years in prison, while driving with a suspended license, a misdemeanor, could land her in jail for an additional 93 days. Keenan is free on $10,000 bond, and today she appears without an attorney before Judge Jeffrey Middleton to discuss next steps in the case.
Are you Rosalind Ray Keenan?
I'm here as sui juris impropria persona, Rosalind Ray family of Keenan, beneficiary.
Keenan appears to be making a sovereign citizen argument by refusing to identify herself to the judge.
I'm here under fraud, menace, and duress.
Judge Middleton checks in with the state prosecutor, David Marvin.
Mr. Marvin, is there a plea offer here?
What I would do is offer an attempt resisting and obstructing and dismiss count 2. And if there's no other incidents with law enforcement or any other reason to continue, I would dismiss this.
What would you like to do?
Are you asking me to take a plea?
I'm asking you if you're willing to accept the prosecutor's plea offer.
I don't understand that.
Mr. Marvin, let's just put on a plea.
Games. I'm serious.
You are playing games, and first of all, you don't.
I'm trying to advance to
all right,
what
stop.
Here.
You don't interrupt the judge, whether you're a flat earther or not.
I'm not flat earth. Sir.
All right, well, this crazy stuff you're saying, I've got very little patience for it. You don't have an attorney, which concerns me because these charges could result in your incarceration.
May I ask what jurisdiction? Is this civil or criminal?
This is a criminal case, which points out the fact that you could use a lawyer if you can't tell the difference between a civil and a criminal case.
I have to know the jurisdiction. This court is operating under...
Stop.
Sixth Amendment grants me the right to know the jurisdiction being applied.
All right, stop. If you interrupt me one more time, I'm going to find you in contempt and you're going to go to jail.
Objection, please.
All right, I find that you're in contempt. You're going to jail.
I'm simply
This matter
trying
is
to
adjourned until
exercise
tomorrow
my
at
Sixth
3
Amendment
o'clock.
rights, please.
So you can think about it
We can go
overnight in
forward with
jail.
this right now, please.
No, you're going to
I do
jail
not
for
wish to be
24
in
hours.
contempt.
I know you don't wish to go to jail, but you certainly
I will
earned it.
continue with this if you please let me finish.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, and you will be more respectful to the court.
I
You
can
will speak-
provide the
You will not interrupt
citations.
the court. Your citations are meaningless.
I'm sorry I
So you
interrupted
can
you.
go
If you wanna
with the
continue-
officer. I don't want to argue about it. Take
I'm
her
not
out of here. We will address this tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
The next day, after spending a night in jail, Keenan returns to court, but with a very different demeanor.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney for you?
Yes,
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney.
thank you.
As we see in this case, one night in jail can be a mind and attitude adjuster. In our final court case, we see defendant Randall Crane in the courtroom of Judge Shackelford. She was not entertaining his saccharine rhetoric.
No, you listen to me. If you don't know your sovereign citizen arguments well enough to come up here and say them, I can tell you can't have a court. I can tell you can't have a phone in here.
Your Honor, Todd Barrett, I did speak with Mr. Crane prior to the court calling the case today. I think that at this time, Mr. Crane's probably best served proceeding is on his own. There are some constitutional arguments that he's raising that I don't think as a member of the bar I can.
Oh, is he a sovereign citizen?
He's making some sovereign arguments, yes.
Okay, I have very little patience for them. I will let you know that, sir. So, okay, tell me your name.
My name is Randall Crane. That's a living name, not a corporate fiction.
So you're a real person named Randall
I'm a real
Crane.
person. Okay. I'm
Okay,
here.
no, listen to me. Sir, you're here today because you have some charges against you. All right.
I'm challenging the court's jurisdiction.
Okay, well, denied. Your motion's denied. I have jurisdiction to the Constitution of the state of Michigan. What's your next? I'm not arguing with you, sir. I have jurisdiction. So
You have to provide subject matter jurisdiction as well
Okay.
as personal jurisdiction to me before these can proceed.
okay, your motion's denied. I have jurisdiction under the Constitution of the state of Michigan. What else? What else?
You do not have jurisdiction over the natural.
I just said I did.
No, you don't.
All right. All right,
Okay.
so sir, do you want to proceed on these cases and talk to the prosecutor? Don't look on your phone while you're talking to me. If you
My
don't
notes
know-
are on.
No, you listen to me. If you don't know your sovereign citizen arguments well enough to come up here and say them, I can tell you can't have a court. I can tell you can't have a phone in here. I want you to listen to me. You're here today on misdemeanor charges. No talking. You're brought into court, you've already been arraigned, you have a charge of interfering with police officers in the, while they're doing official business. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You also have a civil infraction for operating, using a mobile electronic device, first offense, while operating a motor vehicle, a charge of no proof of insurance. Those are both civil infractions. Civil infraction for no proof of or no registration in a motor vehicle. So those are the charges against you, sir. I'm going to tell you the rights that are actually real rights that you have in this court. You have a right to an attorney appointed at public expense if you are indigent without money to hire an attorney, and if the offense charge requires a minimum jail sentence or the court determines that it might sentence you to jail. The appointing authority will decide if you are indigent and appoint counsel if you are eligible. You may have to repay the expense for an appointed attorney. You may contest your ability to pay the ordered fees if the court attempts to collect any cost for an attorney, and the court must determine your ability to pay at that time. If you have a trial, you have the following rights. You have a right to, this is how trials work. You have a right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial, and you can get an order signed by the court to require witnesses to come to court. You have a right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You have a right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. If you chose not to be a witness on your own behalf, the prosecutor could not comment on your refusal to testify. Lastly, you have a right to be presumed innocent unless you are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a plea, obviously you'd be waiving those rights. You also have a right to be released on bond. Now, it looks like you previously stood mute on these charges, so you're here today for a pretrial. You have a few options, sir, under the law of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and statutory law and court rules in the state of Michigan. You can either retain your own attorney to proceed on this case, or you can have a pretrial with the prosecutor directly and try and work out an agreement, or we can set it for a jury trial. Okay, those are your options. You can get an attorney, use a court appointed attorney, but you understand that attorneys have an obligation to follow the law and not make frivolous arguments, which is what you want to make today. And if an attorney makes those arguments on your behalf, I could sanction them. So no attorney on this green earth is going to come in and make the frivolous arguments you're making on your behalf. Or you can speak to the prosecutor, or we can just set up for a jury trial. Out of those, I don't want to hear it. I want you to pick out of those 4 options what you want to do. Hire an attorney, speak with court-appointed attorney, talk directly to the prosecutor to work towards a resolution, or set a jury trial. Pick.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I asked you a question and I'm telling you to answer it.
And I have the right to understand my rights and understanding.
Sir,
exactly
here,
what-
can you hand him this form? These are your constitutional rights I just read to you. Why don't you have a seat? You have a seat, read your rights, and I'll call your
Your
case
Honor,
back up.
I am asking for you.
Have a seat right now and read your rights.
Office.
Have a seat.
Have a seat right now and read your rights, sir. If you
I
don't
read-
understand them, read them.
I move for this court to dismiss.
Have a seat.
Okay, Mr. Crane, did you have a chance to go over your constitutional rights that I provided to you?
Yes, I understand my constitutional rights.
Okay, thank you, sir. So at this time, I gave you 4 options. Would you like to retain your own attorney? Would you like to speak with House counsel and have an appointed attorney? Would you like to meet directly with the prosecutor? Or would you like to set the matter for jury trial?
I'm going to be requesting for an order of change of venue.
Denied. Anything else? There's no basis for that, sir. So I'm asking you, we'll just set it for a jury trial, okay?
I have to understand everything in regards to my case.
Sir, I gave you your constitutional rights so that you could review them. I also gave you the attorney,
I understand
a
that,
court-appointed attorney to go over those rights with. So I gave you an opportunity to understand your rights. I'm not going to entertain, listen, I'm not entertaining your sovereign citizen arguments because they're unfounded and they're not legal. There's no legal basis for them. So I'm not doing it. So now I'm asking you, out of the 4 choices I gave you, which one would you like to do?
I am required to understand everything in regards to my case,
Okay.
including subject jurisdiction matters.
All right, well, you
as
could do
well as
your
personal
research. I'm
jurisdiction.
setting this for a jury trial. We'll see you back for your jury trial on November 14th of 2025 at 9:00 a.m. I really recommend you retain an attorney prior to that date, sir, because I know I'm going to tell you what you're not going to do, waste the citizens of Taylor's time with your nonsensical arguments. You're going to come in, you're going to try your case. Again, if you want to talk to House counsel, you could do so. All
I'm
right,
not wasting the city of Taylor's time.
okay, good. We'll see you on your trial date.
Randall Crane was not expecting that complete shutdown. Sovereign citizens can belong to organizations and or be lone individuals. They can be of any race, ethnic background, nationality, or religious belief. They can be annoying, harmless, or dangerous. They believe wholeheartedly in which they live, and no form of federal, state, or local government or individual will ever change that. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you won't miss any upcoming uploads. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.